Hey everyone, so chances are this video is probably going to be a little bit pointless because I think anything I have to say on Frozen is not going to change the mass opinion, and I wouldn't want to. Frozen was one of those films that I thought, right, I'll watch it eventually, it's just going to be another Disney film, it's not going to be anything spectacular. But then when all the reviews started coming in once it was out, I kind of thought, right, I absolutely have to see this. Still didn't expect anything spectacular, primarily because I don't think any of the trailers, or at least any of the trailers that I have seen, particularly portray the film in its best light. I watched it and easily it's probably my favourite film of 2013, and that's quite a hard one because Les Mis was out last year and there were a lot of good films out last year, but I think it ended the year on an absolute high and it is fantastic. One of the things I love about this is the story and the fact that it's not your traditional love story. I mean, Disney, we all know, is famous for your kind of happy ever after boy meets girl love story. This is a story of true love in a different light, and you will know exactly what I mean if you've seen it, but I'm of course not going to spoil it. But I thought that was really nice. I didn't really see the outcome of the film. I didn't see it until probably just before it happened. Actually, I didn't quite twig what was going on until it kind of was about to resolve itself. So that's lovely. It's not predictable in the slightest. The soundtrack obviously has to get a mention here for me, and I think for most people the soundtrack is what makes this film sensational. There are either rumours or perhaps even a confirmation that it's going to Broadway, and I think that was, we could have all seen that coming. My favourite song in this has to be Let It Go, that is without a doubt, and that is the Idina Menzel version, of course. I've listened to the Demi Lovato version, and while it's good, I don't think it lives up to the one in the film at all. So the soundtrack is spectacular, and I probably will be investing in the soundtrack CD at some point. It's directed by Chris Buck and Jennifer Lee, and just visually it is absolutely stunning. Anything with ice is always going to be quite well done, but this is just wonderful. It's beautiful from start to finish. There's not really a scene where I thought that could have gone better, in my opinion. I think the entire thing was just absolutely beautiful, visually beautiful, sensational. The script was really quite exciting. The characters were just wonderful. I think Elsa and Anna are both really likeable characters. I can't work out who I prefer. Let me know if you have a favourite sister, but personally, the entire film I spent trying to work out which sister I prefer, and I cannot decide. Olaf, I think, is adorable. For me, when I watched the trailer, he was the pull factor. He was the reason why I thought, right, I might give this a go. And, he's just adorable. And Sven, I love Sven. I kept calling him a moose throughout the entire thing. Of course, he's a reindeer, but never mind. So from start to finish, Frozen was just, it had me fixated. I could not take my eyes off of the screen, and I didn't expect that in the slightest. So for surprise factor, full stars, but just the best film of 2013, and I will probably buy the DVD as well, and I don't really buy DVDs unless I really, really, really love the film, and I think Frozen is one that everybody has to see. Having said that, I imagine about 90% of you watching this have seen this film already, and I would love to know what you think. I imagine most people have positive things to say. That I've met a few people who weren't impressed, or who perhaps liked it but didn't think it lived up to the hype. But for me, Frozen was worth watching, absolutely worth waiting for, because I didn't watch it as soon as it came out. Of course, it took me a while until I started seeing all these amazing things that were being said about it, and I thought, right, I've got to check this out for myself. Worth it completely. My initial judgment was incorrect. Loved it. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!